Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 1 and we're gonna explain about the explanation text. Our members are Sarah Indra, PRINCESSCA ANNISA, Ashilla Zakia, and PUTRI Handayani. So the material that we're gonna talk about today is our definition, social function, generic structures, and grammatical features, also an example. So first material we're gonna explained by Putri Handayani. To Putri Handayani, time is yours.
Okay. Definition of explanation text. Explanation text is one type of the text in English that describes a process. Talking about the process, this text is almost the same as procedure text. Procedure text describe how to do something process. This text explain how a process occur. Thank you.
So thank you, Putri Handayani. And the next question, the next material we're gonna explain by Sarah Indra. To Sarah Indra.
The next, social function of explanation text. To explain the reason how and why something happened. Social function of explanation text is to explain the reason how and why something happened. In the text, those reasons are being elaborated further and more in depth, such the processes involved in the formation of or working of natural and socio-cultural phenomena. And then, explanation is a text which tells processes relating to forming of natural, social, scientific, and cultural phenomena. The next, to explain how or why something happens. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah Indra. And the next material we're gonna explain by PRINCESSCA ANNISA. To PRINCESSCA ANNISA, time is yours.
Generic structure. So explanation have the following structure. Number one is title. Title prepares and leads the reader to the text. Explanation have a title that prepares and leads the reader to the text. Number two is general statement. General statement introducing or identifying the phenomenon. General statement stating the phenomenon issues which are to be explained. Number three, sequence explanation. Sequence explanation stating a series of steps which explanation the phenomena. It's like first this happened and then this followed by the next event. And then next, concluding paragraph. Concluding paragraph is a closing the explanation, not a mandatory. Concluding paragraph is presented in the part of the explanation text, even though it's not a mandatory. And the last is labeled diagrams and follow charts. Is additional thing information. So if you want to add is a good, and if you don't want to add is a good. Thank you.
Thank you for PRINCESSCA ANNISA. And the last material, grammatical features and example, we're gonna explain by myself. So before we come to the explanation, we're gonna talk about the grammatical features. And the first one is focus on generic human and generic non-human participants. Second, using simple present tense, which contains the fact of an event or action. And the third, using action verbs such as occur, drop, run, etc. Using passive voice pattern. The passive voice is used when we want to emphasize the action and the object of a sentence rather than the subject. Because this explanation text is talk about what something happened, so we need to focus on what something happened rather than the subject. And using words that show cause and effect. Cause and effect is a relationship between events or things, where one is the result of the other or others. Example, so, since, when, because, due to, etc. And the last one, using conjunction of time. For example, when, after, before, until, since, while, once, as, and as soon as. So from this example, we can conclude that the explanation is talk about how is a kite flying, and we're focused on what something happened, what process happening here, and then it's focused on non-human, which is a kite, and then using action verbs like fly and etc., and then using words that show cause and effect, like when wind travels over the surface of the kite, it is split into two streams of an air, and this is the example of voice pattern. So that's all our presentation for this discussion, and if you have a question, you can type it on the discussion form on the e-learning. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.